Initiating moisture.
Smile is the most shocking movie I've ever put into the moist meter. This was full of more surprises than a David Blaine magic show. I went into this movie fully expecting it to be fun bad. If you watch my streams, you'll know that I've been very excited to see Smile, mainly for all the wrong reasons, because I thought it'd be so shitty that it'd be enjoyable, since I'm a fan of movies that are so bad they're good. With Smile, I didn't get that. It was actually just a pretty good movie, which I truly didn't expect. They need to fire whoever made the trailer for this film because they made it look really stinky and like goofy, but in the film, it's not. Now, this whole smiling as a horror concept has been done before by Truth or Dare, which was a very silly, shitty horror movie from a few years back. And in fact, if you go on YouTube right now and put the Smile trailer thumbnail side by side with the Truth or Dare trailer thumbnail, they're pretty much identical. But the difference is, Smile is competent, which I can't even believe I'm saying out loud unironically. Somehow they made this work pretty well. Now, it's no masterpiece or anything, it's no Hereditary by any means, don't get it twisted, but this movie succeeds in what it aims to do. It knows what it is, and it plays the part well. I really expected the smiling, since it's such a core part of the film, to be dumber. But somehow it wasn't. Yeah, of course, it's a modern horror movie. There's gonna be like really nonsensical, dumb shit in there that's gonna make you laugh, unintentionally. But somehow the smiling wasn't as stupid as I thought it was going to be. They really did kind of make that work. I wouldn't say it's used sparingly in the movie at all, but every time there's that smiling, it's pretty impactful and is effective at building tension for the most part. So let's just get into it. The movie is as simple as it gets. It could have been written by a goddamn AI. There's a curse, a supernatural entity that latches on to people and it makes them see smiling things around them that cause bad stuff to happen. That's the gist of the film. And it always ends in death, so the main character has to figure out a way of fighting this curse. And much like most supernatural shit, she can't just strap on the boxing gloves and challenge it to fisticuffs, you know? So they have to get creative with it. But it's pretty generic when it comes to like the story itself. The narrative isn't anything new. Like I said, it's very simple, very predictable, but that doesn't mean that it's not done well. This movie doesn't do anything new, but everything it does well and better than most modern horror movies. That's where it excels. And I really think a large part of it is how great the main character was, Rose. The performance from Sosie Bacon, I believe that's how you say her name, was just actually super good. Like, this wasn't just some, like, throwaway performance that an actor takes just for the sake of a paycheck, but they spit on it and it's pretty clear they don't care. She really put forth, like, a great effort with this character and it shows. She does a great job of, like, conveying the trauma as well as just, like, actual good ideas and, like, a thought process for the main character. Not every character in this movie makes good decisions, but for the most part, they're making logical ones. Though there are, of course, a lot of times where they make stupid fucking dog shit decisions, but aside from that, for the most part, they're doing smart things. And I will say the movie does actually get creative with a few of their jump scares. A lot of them are predictable. Like I said, this movie wasn't reinventing the condom or anything. It did play a lot of things safe and pretty generic, but it did it well. However, there's so many jump scares in this movie that some of them are actually pretty unique that I haven't seen done before. So I appreciated the creativity there. The one that everyone's seen, this isn't a spoiler, this was like a viral TikTok video, this is in the trailer. It's the one where the lady knocks on the window and then her head like swings across upside down as like a whoa spooky moment. Like, there are actual good jump scares in here that I didn't expect or see coming a mile away, which is pretty rare for horror movies these days. And I do also think the movie does a pretty good job at building tension. It doesn't rely solely on jump scares, which I also was shocked by. It does actually try and legitimately build tension through its audio. This movie seemed to have put a lot of money into like the audio engineering of this and like actually making it build like this crescendo of chaos, which I think really helped it. But I will also say that came with a couple negatives. There was so much emphasis on the audio that sometimes it got a little overwhelming, and I feel like they tried a little too hard. There was one point in the movie towards the end where the track had some weird elements to it. I'm trying not to spoil anything, but basically the main character was talking to an evil thing, and there was a moment of silence, but they were building music the entire time. And they just started bringing in all kinds of things. You got like a fucking theremin going off, fucking water phone, weird sound effects, and then all of a sudden they had like throat singing. So it'd be like, oh, and I couldn't tell if it was like the actual music, the score of the movie, or people in the front row, because they kept bringing in different voices doing it, and I really thought it was just people in the theater singing along or something. But I'm pretty sure it was in the film. So I think they tried a little too hard sometimes with the music, and it led to some goofy moments that straight up sounded like straight out of Roblox. So there were some misses in terms of their audio, but for the most part, I think it really helped, and they did a great job with it. Helped with the tension. I really just don't have many complaints about the movie. I will say, and this might be a little minor spoiler, I am so fucking tired of every horror movie having the exact same ending. Every fucking horror movie ends the exact same way. Smile is no exception, and I am just so fucking tired of that. That might be a spoiler, I'm not sure, but I think most of you already expect that anyway. For some reason, every horror movie has the same ending. Do something different. Fuck. And one other thing, and this one's a bit of a nitpick, I feel like they tried a little too hard with creative shots, like actual shots. There's like 5 different scenes in this film where they'll start with like just a static shot, but then slowly rotate the camera until it's upside down. They do it like 5 times for no reason. Like one time I think it's fine, and the first time they do it, I mean it's pretty cool. But they did it so many times throughout the film, I just felt like they're just trying to do a little too much to be different, and it's just a couple misses there. But again, that's like a really small thing. Now this one's a little bit bigger, and it has to do with the main character. Overall, I think the main character is great. Rose does a good job and carries the film quite a bit, but there are some moments in this film that have me scratching my head and like wondering what the fuck is going on. Like, why would she react this way? I don't know if this is gonna be a spoiler or not. I don't think it is, but she tells people about the curse, and she's a doctor. Like, she's a professional. Like, she should understand that people are obviously going to have a less than favorable response to talking about like a curse and paranormal entities. And she gets really offended when people don't immediately believe her about this whole fucking curse thing. So instead of trying to prove it or anything, she just gets like offended and stomps off like, my fucking fiance didn't believe me about the boogeyman. Ugh. Now I'm not talking to him ever again. You know, like, it's silly. Eventually she does try and get evidence to prove it, but then when she has the evidence, she gets offended that her husband is called like a psychiatrist to sit in and talk about things with her. Like, you know, why are you getting upset? Like, obviously this is going to be a difficult bit of information for your husband to swallow. And she does this for a couple other characters that don't immediately believe her as well. And I just don't get why. Like, she should know, obviously, that people are going to want a little more information to prove it. No one was like combative with her when she brought this up. They're just like, okay, you know, this is a little concerning. I'm a little worried about your mental health at the moment. She'd get like upset about it, but why? You know, like it was just kind of nonsensical, and it seemed like drama for the sake of drama. But it wasn't like a huge deal, just kind of silly. Overall, Smile was a good movie. I didn't expect it to be anything beyond just fun bad, but it surprised me by actually just being pretty good. Plugging Smile into the moist meter, I'm giving it a nice 80%. Yeah, I think it's just like an actual fun movie to watch. It wasn't fun bad, it was just fun good. That's about it. So yeah.